In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys the easiest and sneakiest match-busting route combination in all of Madden 23. This is something that you guys can utilize against players that even want to bomb-proof their defense, because this is going to get open on the sideline as opposed to deep down the middle of the field. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to beat the box check that is found in match coverage out of compression-based sets. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a little motion snap trick in which we don't let the receiver set, so that way the match box rules are effectively in play. And this is something that I think you guys are really going to like. So let's go ahead and get into this. One of the things that you will commonly see in Madden is players are frequently very, very nervous about giving up the verticals bomb. And that verticals beater is one in which you just put the B receiver on a streak, and then you let the wheel pull down that outside match zone, and then it ends up being a lob touchdown over the top. We've talked about it before here on the channel. What a lot of players are typically going to do against this is they're going to take their safety and they're going to put him into a deep half, and that is to quote unquote bomb proof the defense. And that's a really, really good adjustment that a lot of players can make. However, this is going to be something that cannot counter what I'm about to share with you, which is a motion snap concept against quarters. So with the box check, you basically create the 4 points of a box around a bunch set. So the low outside corner of the box is going to be the quarter flat. The high outside corner of the box is going to be the outside quarter. The high inside corner of the box is the inside safety, and the low inside quarter of the box is the 3-rec hook. And those 4 corners are going to basically mold and warp and kind of follow the route combination. But one thing that is really, really easy to do with this is to manipulate it with a route that you motion out that will hold down the outside high corner of the box because it's not sure what to do. So all you have to do is call a play with a point receiver on a corner route. And when you run this, what you'll notice is that if you use, just wanted to let you know that we are moving and grooving over on my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. If you guys haven't checked it out, we've got over 110 vault videos released. We're still pushing content out weekly on the website. Go check it out. We also include all of our game plans, offensive and defensive game plans, for the same low price of $9.95 a month. That includes your Discord access with our lab sessions every single Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. And also, just a little bit of a sneak peek, I am moving out of my ex-nasty offense.
My God, okay, it's happening.
We have so much content in the Rams and the Vikings offense. Bobby V's still running it. We'll still be uploading content out of this playbook, but I'm on to greener pastures. I'm gonna be running a brand new offense, and I'm gonna get cracking on that offensive game plan very, very soon. So you guys that are wanting to be on the forefront of that, go over to gridirongameplans.gg. Otherwise, we'll be getting that content out here slowly trickling after I release that game plan here on the YouTube channel. That could be some time now. So make sure you guys go check it out. Use a tight end on a streak, the B receiver on a slant, and you have a corner route. This motion of the corner route to the outside will pull down the high outside corner of the box. And then by the time you realize what's happened, there's a lob over the top. Now right there, I didn't throw a very good pass. I don't even think I have set feet lead or anything on my player. But again, you see that window that is there. You can actually go ahead and throw this ball into this coverage over the top. You see right here, it's going to pull down that safety, and then you could go ahead and just throw a bullet pass, and you see how easy that ball is completed, and we're down the sideline for a touchdown. Now, I've definitely talked about this before, I believe, here on the channel. It might have been briefly, a month or two ago. I may have talked about this, but what a lot of players will do, again, when they think they're going to run their match coverage, they're just going to put this guy into a deep half. And that's fine and all, except for the issue is going to be that it does not prevent this coverage from blowing the assignment, because the player that needs to be playing the corner route is busy playing a slant. So the sideline is still open as it pertains to how this works, and you can still throw this ball in over the top of quarter flat assignments that are trying to match that late. So this is a really, really easy way that you guys can kind of manipulate this. Now, the other thing to consider too with this is that if your opponent is in fact trying to, deep half this guy, now all of a sudden you're in a spot where you can really manipulate this coverage in other ways as well, because now they don't really have that player that can play the inside seam route without giving up something underneath of it. So again, now they're playing this kind of more, I would say, conservative shell with this, and you're still going to be able to, in many ways, kind of go ahead and, you know, run this crossing route underneath that you could actually snap before it's set, which brings me to my next point. You still want to do this while it's in motion. It won't get that match responsibility from that backside player. So there are going to be other adjustments that you can make with this that are going to be pretty valuable to you. So maybe you go ahead and do, it just depends. I mean, you could run off the coverage shell however you want. You could create some meshing combos. You know, you can do a lot of different things with this. But again, if you snap this ball before you set, it really turns off that match, and then you're going to be able to throw this ball a little bit better because that guy's still trailing and not quite sure what to do. And this is going to be something that you can apply into other sets as well. It doesn't necessarily just have to be bunch. So one thing that you might see is maybe in a tight formation, some motion out combos, and you can kind of do some similar effects with this. And in fact, a lot of players are going to be more willing to call match against compression doubles as opposed to bunch, because again, here with something like this, you might still be able to you know, do some little glitchy motions to the outside. Now, Witten is not as fast, but you should see, again, you see how that kind of behaved, how the, and right there, I just had to throw it up. See how that guy actually kind of squatted on that slant route. So what you really can do with this is kind of get creative with it. I mean, you're going to be able to run this motion, maybe a little streak combo out of the backfield, do this motion snap with this slant to the outside, and you should see, hopefully it pulls that guy down, and then that's going to give you this high point over the top. Now, of course, you're going to have knockouts and things like that to be able to recover, and a lot of players will, but this concept in general is something that you can use to kind of, you know, make match coverage hug, you know, an underneath pattern, which is pretty convenient. It's pretty convenient. So this doesn't have to be something you just run out of, you know, regular bunch. You could do this under center as well. If you guys are in the X Nasty offense, I do this all the time out of this playbook. One thing I will frequently do is use it off the play action as well to keep the user from bailing. So again, with this, I would go ahead and do maybe a motion slant with a streak in a corner, and then I'll call a little play action, and I'll do this motion, and then make him think it's a dive, and then boom, I throw this ball out over the top of this guy. And again, I have the right AP set up for my match coverage to, in situations like this, still break it up. But again, the whole thing is, if you have a good free form pass at all with this, this is going to be a pretty easy throw. Again, you can kind of thread this up, and, you know, you see right here, I could have thrown that with a free form just straight up the field. And right there, we kind of got pressured a little bit, but do this one more time here. In fact, I won't even use the play action. Again, with this, you just wait for that guy to kind of squat down, and then you're just going to freeform this up into that void and rack it. So you don't even have to high point it over the guy's head. It's just going to be a simple throw, something that's real easy to do. I don't see enough players that run bunch, and there's a lot of players out there that do run bunch running this match beater. I think it's arguably the best match beater because it beats most players' adjustments within their match coverage that they'll use for other one-play touchdowns like clear out flanker in or verticals like we just mentioned at the top of the video. So hopefully you guys can kind of throw this into your route library. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, make sure you guys drop those below. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys right back here tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zane. Get in the lab and good luck.